Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the SMU Mustangs offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Mustangs are on the move.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Off the RPO, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hauls it in. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Mustangs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays.
Quarterback making checks. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking down the middle. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch. Let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it in stride inside the 20. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He's got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Play action. Touchdown, SMU! From the gun. Give on the inside. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got the first down and more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Finds a man on the left. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. End off from the shotgun. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch at the 20. Slippery slide. Finds his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Back to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clemson jumps to the line. Pulls it and fires to the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is.
He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Orchie. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
First half coming to an end. Offensively, you're trying to put a drive together to get back in this ball game. The last thing you wanted to do was turn the football over, dig yourself an even bigger hole. Not good execution by the offense.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Toss to the outside. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's loose. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. And the Mustangs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Unloads quickly. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Hunt is on its way. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll run the toss. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They give it to him again. He has the first and still on his feet. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. One more snap coming before halftime. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. On the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Well, Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Offense changing the play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab on the back. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. They're trailing by just 4 to Missouri. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Holds and fires complete to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got him downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Makes a grab in the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Off the play fake. Now rolling to the left. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. A little screen to the running back. Thrust that arm out. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The screen, he's got wheels. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle, and with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now.
Epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Wants to go up top on first down. Fakes to grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Red pass, it's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now got over...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On his way back from the 20. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They want that clock to run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Tiger! Great job by the back on the option. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to really pull that schooner ahead offensively. They're up by 6 over Missouri. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a...
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands, it's Casey. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right, but a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. The option look. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment. I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Caught in the backfield, it's Touré. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.